everyone, Rock here. So the final COSO point under governance and culture is attract, develop, and retain capable individuals. The notion that there's a cybersecurity skills gap has been beaten into us through various studies and publications. Depending on the study du jour, there's anywhere from 2 million to 4 million individuals needed to close that gap. Well, I'm here to tell you that's BS. Do I think there's a skills gap? Certainly I do. However, I also think that we continue to shoot ourselves in the foot with ridiculous job requirements, such as needing 5 to 7 years of experience and 3 different certifications for an entry-level role in a security operations center. Yeah, some of the problem lies with misaligned human resource departments, but the burden of the problem falls on us. I mean, the cybersecurity threat landscape evolves daily, almost hourly in some cases. Attackers seem to get smarter and more efficient through more simple yet sophisticated attacks. I mean, how do we keep up? Well, we certainly can't continue to keep up by continuing to require these ridiculous, we are cybersecurity special snowflakes and our stuff don't stink type of job requirements, like the one I just mentioned. It's vital to have a strategy to attract, develop, and retain talent that's right for your organization. Doing so will require an investment in time and money, so it's crucial that you develop a business case that describes how your strategy around cybersecurity talent supports your organization's goals. For instance, you may decide to keep governance, risk, and compliance functions in-house while outsourcing security operations and incident response to a managed services security provider. Whatever mix of in-house versus outsourced talent you choose, it's up to you to develop an environment that's going to attract top talent, develop that talent, and retain that talent. It's also vital that you expand the pool of potential candidates to close that skills gap. Here are 3 things you can focus on. First, think outside the box and expand the talent pool. Hire marketers and educators to develop and run your cybersecurity awareness and training programs. Or consider leveraging former accountants for work in your governance, risk, and compliance programs. Accountants tend to have exceptional analytical and organizational skills, along with attention to detail and problem-solving skills that are crucial in a GRC role. Or you can consider hiring former law enforcement for digital forensics and incident response roles, since they have experience in investigation techniques and understand the importance of maintaining a chain of custody of evidence. Or you can retain a lawyer, yeah, I said that, to develop and run your third-party risk management program, since many of your liabilities will be outlined in contracts. Second, invest in your people. Now, I know this seems obvious, but what is the first thing that typically gets cut when a budget needs to be reduced? It's training. This is absolutely ridiculous in our field, given that the threat landscape, along with the tactics, techniques, and procedures that attackers use, constantly evolve. Get creative and develop a plan to encourage continuous learning. This plan may include formal training such as a SANS Institute course or a certification bootcamp, but it can also involve a more cost-effective paid subscription to an online platform such as Cybint, Pluralsight, or Cybrary. Of course, some of the accountability for continuous learning falls on the employee, but there are plenty of studies that show that intrinsic motivation have a greater effect on employee satisfaction and retention than extrinsic motivation. In other words, growth, learning, and job satisfaction outweigh pay in motivating the employee of the 21st century. Third, invest in new technologies such as, buzzword alert, automation, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. Cybersecurity solutions leveraging these technologies have matured over the years and can be a tremendous force multiplier for a constrained and stretched workforce. Doing so helps free up your people from doing the low-level boring work to doing more interesting and complex things, such as maturing security architecture or performing threat hunting and red teaming exercises. Well, that's it. We finally got through the first COSO guiding principle of governance and culture. To review, COSO has 5 guiding principles: governance and culture, strategy and objective setting, performance, review and revision, information communication and reporting. We wrapped up the first guiding principle of governance and culture, which has 5 points. Exercise board risk oversight, establish operating structure, define a desired culture, demonstrate a commitment to core values, attract, develop, and retain capable individuals. Next week, we'll move on to the second COSO guiding principle of strategy and objective setting. As always, I love your comments and feedback. Please leave it below, but if you want to have a direct conversation, just let me know and we'll set something up. In the meantime, have a great week.